That's not your problem, girl. If you ever see these videos and you question like, oh, should I not wear this to the gym? No, you should wear whatever you want and don't let anybody make you feel like you have to question yourself. Have you ever gotten a lot of hate and it makes you doubt yourself like crazy? Well, I want to talk about haters in this episode today. Welcome, my ladies and femmes, to episode, is it 8 or 9? I'm losing track of how many episodes we're at, but episode something of the Pink and Powerful podcast. So I'd like to start this off by sharing a story about myself that has to do with haters. So I recently started posting my old reels on Facebook because they're doing this special program where they're paying creators to post. So if you're a creator, you should check it out because you could get paid pretty good from it. But they're going pretty, dare I say, viral, the videos I've been posting. So I've been getting lots of hate comments. I kind of forgot that happens when you get a video that does pretty well. So it just made me want to talk about it in this episode today because I just feel like all these feelings are resurfacing that I haven't had in a while because it's been a little minute since I've gotten this much hate on the internet, and I'm very used to it. Like, I've been on the internet for 5-6 years now, so it's nothing new for me, but it's just interesting to be the receiver of hate because I feel like, I don't know if you can relate to this, but when you see somebody else getting hate, it's easy to rationalize oh, the person leaving this comment is just miserable and they're just a hater, and don't take it personal. It's easy to say that to somebody else, but then when it's happening to you, you kind of feel like it is personal, or you kind of start questioning yourself or doubting yourself, like I said at the beginning. But my father once told me some wise words. He said, if you don't have haters, you're not doing anything right. And he was kind of saying it in a joking way, but it's actually really true. So if you've ever shared something you want to do with somebody and they just start hating and they're like, you're not going to be able to do that, or that's stupid, or they're just being negative, or if you're also a creator and you've shared something online and you get a lot of hate for it, just remember that if you don't have haters, you're not doing anything right. If you have hate, it means you're doing something correctly. People really do hate to see other people win when they're not winning, if they're that type of person, because if they're a miserable person, you know what they say, misery loves company. And it's so true. These people, I mean, when you really think about it and rationalize it, it's like they have nothing going on with their lives. And that's sad. And honestly, it's like we should feel bad for them instead of letting them make us feel bad about ourselves. So it leads me into a topic that I did want to talk about today because it's kind of a hot topic right now and a lot of people are discussing it. And I feel like the way that I'm so supportive of women and a feminist and everything, I'm like, I could not sleep on this topic. I had to talk about it because I'm very passionate about supporting women. Normally it's hard for me to discuss things like this because I don't like to give negative topics any attention. I don't like to give haters attention. I don't like to give negative people any of my time or my peace of mind or anything. I don't like to shine light on people like this. So I want to talk about it in a way that's uplifting. I haven't even said what I'm going to talk about. Oh my God. Women's outfits at the gym. People have been going crazy over women's outfits at the gym, which is like, oh my God, how are we still talking about this? How are we still talking about this in 2025? This is crazy that this is even still a discussion, but it's pretty big right now. And I just want to put what I have to say out there because it's important to me that if a woman that isn't sure about this topic, I don't want her to start doubting herself. Like I was saying earlier, sometimes haters can make you doubt yourself. And that's why I want to talk about this in a way that is empowering and uplifting for women, because I don't want any woman or girl or anybody for that matter to see one of these videos, because there's been a lot of viral videos going around and I'm sure maybe you've seen them, maybe you haven't. I wouldn't recommend watching them because it's just a waste of your time and it's just giving those people attention. And sometimes I feel like they're just doing it as rage bait. Like they know it's going to get engagement. They know it's going to get views because they're being negative. They're being haters. And unfortunately, sometimes content like that does get a lot of attention and views. And I just feel like I don't want to show their videos and I don't really want to go watch them. I don't necessarily recommend you go watch them either, because all that's doing is giving them what they want. And I feel like we just need to ignore these people and ignore whatever they're saying. I know I'm talking about it right now, so I'm not necessarily ignoring it, but I'm talking about it in a way where I'm not going to show their video. Like I said, I'm not going to say who they are. I'm not going to give them any views or any money for that matter, because when you watch people's videos, you're giving them money. Remember that. You're giving them support in an indirect way. Even if you don't want to support them, if you're watching their videos, you're supporting them, unfortunately. So I don't like to watch people like that. Like, I'm like, no. But yeah, there's been a lot of videos going viral about people just hating on women's outfits at the gym, just saying some absolutely ridiculous things. Things that are like, how do you even have the audacity to say that? It's just so, it's so sad, honestly. It's really sad. And many people have been saying this, but I'm gonna chime in and add that women's outfits at the gym have never been, ever, they've never been modest. So I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, because like I said, they just want views and attention, the people that are making videos about this topic. But I think it genuinely does bother some people, which blows my mind, because it's like, this is another thing people have been saying. If it bothers you, you're not locked in. And you're not. You're fucking not. If you have the attention to give to somebody else's, like, what they're wearing, what they're doing, like, they're not, it doesn't affect you at all. It doesn't affect you. I said this years ago. I filmed a TikTok about this, and I said, I don't care if somebody walks in a clown costume. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, this person's so distracting, I can't even focus on my workout because they're dressed like a clown. Like, I wouldn't care. I would not care, because I'm not there to look around at what other people are doing and wearing. I don't care. I'm there for me. And if you're really doing that, if you're looking around and you care so much about what other people are doing and wearing, then you're not locked in. You're just fucking not locked in. And I hope you do lock in. I hope you do lock in and stop caring. It's just crazy, because it's like, here's the thing. Stop policing women's bodies. I'm gonna say it again. Stop policing women's bodies. Because men wear stringers, they wear tank tops, they go shirtless in the gym, and nobody says anything. Nobody says, I've never, ever, ever heard somebody complain or make a video complaining about men's clothing in the gym, ever. And I've seen men dressed just as revealing as I've seen women dress. Revealing, quote unquote. So I saw another girl make this video too that was like, if you're going to the beach and you tell somebody like they're wearing a bikini, you're like, oh, you're dressed so inappropriately for the beach. It's like, no, it's the beach. What are you talking about? What is appropriate is subjective. And if you're at the gym and you're wearing gym clothes, then it's appropriate. And I think people comparing it to like lingerie or being naked is like, you've never seen lingerie. You've never seen women's lingerie. And it doesn't surprise me that the men that are complaining about this have never seen women's lingerie. That doesn't even surprise me. If you actually knew what it looked like, doesn't look like. See, I hate even giving attention, because there's no point in me explaining it, because their opinion about it is just so invalid and so far removed from reality that it's like, there's no point in even saying any of it. But one of my favorite bodybuilders, she put it so perfectly. Her name's Julia Renee, if y'all watch her. But she said, I am not responsible for your feelings or your eyes. I'm not responsible for them, and I'm not responsible for your feelings or where your eyes go depending on what I'm wearing. And like, that's so true. Just remember that. For my ladies out there that have seen these videos or see these people with these opinions that are like, you're only wearing that for attention. If you've seen that and it makes you question what you should wear at the gym, let me talk to you directly and tell you that that is so true. You're not responsible for other people's feelings, and you're not responsible for their eyes, because people constantly put the responsibility on women instead of putting the responsibility on who's the real issue. Because we tell women, oh, you don't feel safe going somewhere? Then just don't go. You don't feel safe doing this? Well, then bring a friend. You don't feel safe? Well, then don't wear this, don't drink too much, don't do this. Like, we always put the responsibility on women instead of telling men, like, hey, don't do terrible things. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Which is so funny, because I think we should treat this the same way and see how the men that are complaining about like it. I really think if you have an issue with what people are wearing at the gym, then just don't go to the gym. Work out at home. If you feel like it's so dangerous and so uncomfortable, why would you put yourself in that dangerous situation, right? So that's what people tell women. So I think we should treat it the same way. I think we need to stop putting the blame on the wrong person, because the real issue is that people are over-sexualizing women's bodies. That's the real issue. If you see gym clothes and you think that that's sexual, that's your problem. And let me tell you, the men that are complaining about this, the reason that they see things so skewed from reality is because they're watching things. You know what I'm talking about, right? They're watching things and their brain is like, they live in another world now. They don't live in reality. They live in like those movies that they watch. And they don't respect women. They don't see women as people. And that's not your problem, girl. That's not your problem. For the girls, like I said, if you ever see these videos and you question like, oh, should I not wear this to the gym? No, you should wear whatever you want, and don't let anybody make you feel like you have to question yourself, because they have their own issues. Like, they are not living in reality. They are living, like I said, in these movies that they're addicted to. Yeah, the people that are complaining about it are literally just haters. They're literally just haters. And just because they have an opinion, I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. If somebody says something racist or homophobic, I don't sit there and question like, oh, do they have a point? No, they are so invalid and so wrong. It's not like a preference of ice cream. I like strawberry ice cream, or I like vanilla ice cream. It's not like that. They are wrong. Like, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not up for debate, honestly. It's not. Also, clothing is not consent. Shout out to Lean Beef Patty, because I saw she talked about that in her video. She put that, I think, as the caption in one of her videos, and that's like, oh, that's so perfect. Clothing is not consent. No matter how you dress, it doesn't make you superior to somebody else. If somebody is dressing more modest, doesn't make them superior. If someone's dressed less modest, doesn't make them superior. Like, I've never seen somebody wearing something that's more modest and thought like, why are they wearing that? They should wear less clothes. You know what I mean? When you flip it, it sounds so, it doesn't make any sense. So always do that. Like, if there's something you're not sure of, just flip it. If you flip it and it doesn't make sense, then it's invalid. And sadly, there's a lot of women also make these videos, and that's just, what do we call it, ladies? Internalized misogyny. That's all it is. Because they think, I mean, honestly, a lot of it just comes from jealousy, whether it's from the women or from a man. Like, no matter who it's from, they're jealous. They're jealous. And that's their own issues. That's not something for you to solve for them. And you're not put on this earth to make other people more comfortable. You're not put on this earth to control how somebody looks at you. And you're not here to tiptoe around somebody's feelings or make them feel a certain way. So just wear whatever the fuck you want. Wear whatever the fuck you want. Do what makes you happy. Fuck what haters think about it. Honestly, that's all it is. They are haters. They are jealous. The women that are complaining is just internalized misogyny. They hate themselves, so they project it, and they think that they're going to be able to be a player in the game of patriarchy, but they're not a player. They're just a pawn. Because women hating on other women only upholds patriarchy. And if you want to hear more about patriarchy, go watch my last episode, because I talked about it. But it's just a system that oppresses women. It's oppressing all of us. It's not making us better. It's not, it's not helping anything. So don't be a pawn. Don't uphold it. Support your fellow women, because we're stronger when we stand together. And they know that. And they don't want that. That's why they try to make us compete with each other and hate on each other and be catty. Fuck that. It's time to just stop policing women's bodies. If you ever see one of these videos and, like I said, you're like, oh man, like, let's say if you ever see a really cute outfit and you want to wear it to the gym, wear it. If it's gym clothing, it's appropriate for the gym. Period. Okay? So yeah, I can't believe this is still a debate, like I said, but I just wanted to share where I stand, because I don't want anybody ever questioning like, does Mama Swole believe we should police women's bodies? Fuck no. I will always stand with my fellow women, and I will always support them, and I will always be protective over them. And I would hate to see a woman feel like she has to dress a certain way because she's scared of what some loser is gonna think of her. I try to be as loving as possible. I really do. I try to be a loving person, but I'm getting tested sometimes. I'm getting tested out here. And, I'm just gonna say it. If some loser, you're scared that some loser's gonna be like, oh, you're just wearing that for attention. Their opinion is invalid. Their opinion is worthless. Just wear whatever you want to wear. Wear the outfit, girl. If you feel cute, you feel good, you feel confident, that's all that matters. I know this topic was a little maybe different from things I usually talk about, but not really, because it has to do with gym, and I'm a big gym girl. So yeah, I feel like it was necessary that I talk about it, even though I hate talking about negative things and I hate even giving these people, these haters, attention. I just felt like I wanted to contribute to the conversation because I'm passionate about helping other women. And if even just one woman watches this and is like, oh, she's right. Like, I should just wear whatever I want and not let anybody try to tell me any different. If I can do that for even just one woman with this episode, that's all I want. That's my true intention with this episode, is just to help other women see that, like, no, they have no merit trying to tell us what to wear. No merit. When people start telling men what to wear the same way they tell women what to wear, then maybe we could talk, but they don't. They never have, and they probably never will. So, equality, people. Equality. I believe in equality. Yeah, I just hope this episode really helps somebody out there feel more empowered and feel more confident in just wearing what they want and not letting somebody try to bring them down for it. Just don't let haters get you down, man. Don't let haters get you down, because that's what they want. And don't let them win. Go watch the last episode if you haven't yet. I'll see you guys in the next one.